What is going on, everybody? It's been a little bit since I've done kind of like a sit down and chat update, and there's a lot to chat about, so I figured it might be a good time right now. So, couple of things. Uh, GrabbrApp went like semi-viral, as you can kind of see by this little face or this little screen cap thing. This is Fathom Analytics. Before people ask, they're an awesome privacy focused analytics company. And before people get on to me, yes, I also have Google Analytics. They are less privacy focused, obviously, but I need to run Google Ads, and there aren't very many ways to not have Google Analytics and have Google Ads in a way that makes sense business wise. Anyways, that's beside the point. So right here is basically when a researcher by the name of MB underscore research on Twitter, I'll link to the thread below, linked to GrabbrApp and showed a really great use case for GrabbrApp, how they used it to capture some awesome ransomware information. And it went viral. Tons of people signed up. I got, I think, like 90 new signups and increased the number of users that I've got for GrabbrApp by like 400%, which is awesome. And now I've got tons of people using it. They're all using it successfully, it seems like, and everything's going super well. I opened up a new GitHub repository. I am sorry that this is in bright mode. I don't know why it is, but this is where I'm going to be posting different scripts and code basically to interact with the GrabbrApp API. You can contribute. Feel free to. I would love for you to. I would love for tons of people to. There will be eventually Python code, Golang code, Node.js code, and whatever else anybody else contributes to it. Basically, just kind of showing people how to interact with the API in a way that makes sense. Eventually, I will be creating an SDK for it, but this is kind of a way to get there eventually. So yeah, that's what I've got to announce for today. The open source repository, again, is open source. Anybody can contribute to it. Head on over there, check it out, show me your code. No, like, obviously no promises for like employment or anything silly like that. I don't have money. But it's there for people to contribute to it and check it out. Let's see. Let's go run through a quick demo, because why not? I was about to say if this actually crashes, let's go run over to Pastebin, use Pastebin as an example. So like I explained in my last video, which I'll link up somewhere, GrabbrApp is a way for you to research malicious infrastructure securely. Securely because it uses a layer of ephemeral or short-living virtual private servers in between you and the malicious infrastructure. Those ephemeral servers are ephemeral because they blow up after 2 hours. So even if the person running the malicious infrastructure finds out who you are, what you're doing, or even if they find out that GrabbrApp is doing stuff to their server, they're not going to find anything out about you. They're, if they hack into the server and they're able to gain access to everything, A, they don't have any of your information because we don't send any, and B, they're only able to access that server for less than 2 hours. So it's all gone after that. So let's use this as kind of an example. It's not the most amazing example. It looks like this is a spam message. Ooh, that's actually fairly interesting. Let's check this out. So let's see if there's an SSL cert on this IP address. Probably isn't going to be one, but we can also grab the file here. This is being used for some sort of Bitcoin scam, I'm sure, because there are plenty of those. So let's grab that raw file and I can kind of show you a use case. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's an SSL cert on that domain. But we can use this to grab the file, submit. It'll pull down that raw file, and we can download it. Now, obviously, this is Pastebin. You're not really worried about going to Pastebin. Obviously, I'm on Pastebin right here, so I'm not worried about going to Pastebin. But just picture if this were some sort of malicious server that you wanted to download a malware sample from or something like that. That's how you would use this. So you can then download that file. It'll save it to a text file up here. Open it up, and as you can see on this file that's not formatted correctly. It pulled it down successfully. So again, picture if you weren't using Pastebin. This isn't a great example. I'll have other use cases that I'll be posting fairly soon. But as of right now, I think Pastebin's like a good enough kind of way to show how it works. So lots of things to talk about. The virality brought a ton of users. They found a ton of bugs. I squashed a lot of those bugs, but there will still be plenty of them. That's why I still consider GrabbrApp to be in version 0.2, because it's imperfect. It's not, 100% where I want it to be, even in its current iteration, but it's good enough for people to find a lot of use for it. There have been like close to 300 requests so far for SSL certs, for files, different things like that. Obviously, Matthew was able to find, a great use case for it. So, it is actively being used, and that makes me super happy, like over the moon happy, the fact that people are using it successfully already. It's a long kind of road from being some kind of giant unicorn, money-making machine. But I have every bit of confidence that it'll get there with the amount of momentum that I've got now. So yeah, that's about it. Go and check out GrabbrApp. Go and check out the open source repository. I will leave a link to that in the description. You can also find it on the API docs page here. So you can find it there at the top. Open it up in a new tab. Right now I've just got one file on there, or one script on there right now. But eventually I'll have, Python, Golang, Node, all of that up there as well. So yeah, that's about it. Take it easy. Peace.